Okay, hello there. I did the same thing I did the other day. I accidentally opened Super Chat, but then a way to get it to not cover up where the comments were coming. General are all live, so and hopefully they do. Okay, I guess I need to look up this song. Now, what are these other ones I have here? A pink song I don't really know. I guess even I don't know. Okay, so um, it's interesting. The volume I didn't have it in the speaker because that thing is so loosey goosey. But it's a bit of a whether in high school, but a bit of a trigger that guy that from Mr. But other than that, I love the song, and I think it's a nice song to do in memory of someone that passed away that comes to mind. Oh, it's also a Canadian trigger, but anyway. And auto scroll's working just fine, and here we go. It's not completely goodbye, But yeah. The dog's up here, and I don't have to move a bunch of other groceries now, so let's do it. Woohoo! Okay. Love to come and stay, but now that I've been it's not the way. I know it's hard, but it doesn't mean forever. But it does, but doesn't mean we'll never be together again. You wake up and I'm not there. I won't be long away. Bring me back to you. I know you've been taken, afraid to hurt again. You'll find the love you feel for me, tired of giving in. I can't wait forever. Oh, hoping you to see that I was love me. Remember, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Tell you goodbye doesn't mean we'll never be together again. So forget at last. Well, we may be fine. I have to call this a verse. You still have my heart. So forget the past. Forget my years. Now you're home at last. Doesn't mean we'll ever be together again. That doesn't mean forever. Oh, baby, goodbye. Doesn't mean we'll never be together. Goodbye. Doesn't mean forever. Please remember goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. And now, see this playlist. Oh, I just wanted to also say that I didn't know that For What It's Worth was the song was called that. For what it's worth. Said it was in. Now that one does make me think of my dad and Spencer's dad's funeral, and I almost want to just squeeze that one in there. But first, let me find the other one I want to do here. DLD 211. But first, before I forget, Tim McGraw lived like you were dying. Don't mean to trigger anybody, but as I would say, feel the feels. It's still a good message. Almost want to do humble and kind too, but maybe next time because I don't have a lot of energy right now. But yeah, I'm gonna try this version. And maybe the dance some other time too. What was the other one I just mentioned? Besides the dance, I can't remember. So in my early 40s, a lot of life before me. The moment came, stopped me a dime. Spent most of the next day looking at the X-rays, talking about the feel the feels. It's okay. Talking about sweet time. Mario Jagger. Asked him when it's taking. This might be the real age. When you get that kind of news. I went skydiving. I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I went 10 seconds on a moving fluent you. And a deeper and I whoa, sweeter. I know I'm going to send this to you. I gave I've been denied. One day I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. He said I finally the husband. Most of the time I wasn't. I became a friend, like to have with my dad. I decided to go and fishing. It wasn't such an imposition. I went with I lost my day. Preach religion. Finally read the good book. Took a good thought I thought. And what I did, if I could do it again. Here's what I did. I went skydiving. Rocky Mountain climbing. 2.7 seconds on a moving shoe. And I love deeper and I love sweeter and I gave you I've been denied. Someday I hope you get the chance. Live like you're dying. Like tomorrow was a gift. And you only got eternity to think about. What could you do with it? What could you do with it? What would I do with it? I went skydiving, I ran Rocky Mountain climbing, I ran 2.7 seconds on a blue man shoe. And I love deeper, sweeter, and I watched an eagle as it was flying. Someday I hope you get the chance to live like you are dying. We're dying? We all die. Okay, the next one's in the music book, so I'm going to close that tab. I also didn't get that today, so I feel the need for it, so I have to go downstairs soon. Yeah, I'm still low energy. It's early. Now, last song in the medley is going to be One Tin Soldier, Rip Holly. Sorry about my hat here. Just got kind of warm in here. But anyway. Let me go deal with that. It's kind of gonna. Oh, maybe that's not so bad. I don't know if I like the chords to this. I like the chords to that. I'm gonna look up a different version, and the book won't be in my way either. Do I talk about or PTSD or anything like that? I want to talk about. I must say though, there are some neighbors though that, for your own wellness or whatever, are better to stay away from. It's true. It's actually Peter Paul and Mary. Sorry, that it's true, and that can mean various things. But I think it's also, you know, yeah, it depends. But should try not to. Let's put it matter. Something I like to say lately. The point of the matter. Okay, this looks better. And I know some of this is a bit graphic, as the title would suggest, but it's a good story. Listen, children, to a story about a kingdom on a mountain, and the valley on a mountain was a treasure buried deep beneath the snow, and the valley people swore they never would let a little bit deeper than you're on. Do it in the name of heaven, you can find it in the end. Won't be any trumpet blowing, come the judgment day. War and thunder, soldier, rise away. Oh, the people of the valley sent a message up the hill, asking for because ironic there's a grand control, for which they give came an answer from the kingdom. With our brothers we will share all the secrets of our brothers and sisters. Okay. All the riches buried there. Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. Justified in the end. Won't be any trumpets blowing. Come the judgment day. After one tin soldier rides away. Now the valley cried with anger, mount your horses, draw your sword, and break your sure they must bear your word. Now this stood beside the treasure on the ground, like a dragon, turn the stone and beneath these on earth was all it said. Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and cheat a friend. Do it in the name of heaven. You're going to put the fire in the end. Won't be any trumpets blowing. Come the judgment day. The morning after. One tin soldier rides away. Okay. Do we have anything going on in this video as we should? God has entered into my body as an angelic body. Okay, it doesn't say that there's anybody watching at the moment. And I don't see a channel name. I don't see a channel name, and mixed about the fact that religion was in this. I'm trying to remember what the first song was I played. Oh, right. God has entered into my body as an angelic body. Is that your channel name? The person's not watching at the moment. Like a body, but my same size. Holly. Then I started making love to men and women with God inside my body. God's both the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit. That's very interesting. It sounds pagan and it sounds hippie-ish, and I wish the person who commented it was still there. But it doesn't look like they are. But hey, we did get a comment from my brother, by the sounds of it, of one faith or another, or more than one. This is not meant to be a hugely religious channel, but I'll talk about the face that too much. Say my name. But I don't know, I'm kind of tired. It's only 10 o'clock. Good golly, I thought it was 11. Yeah. We do have a viewer just tune in. I don't know if it's who left the comment. Don't let it eat you. I did 3 songs. If there's another song you'd like me to do, feel free to put it below in the comments or to the side, however it shows to you. And I'll see what I can do. I want to make our viewers enjoy the video, or help our viewers to enjoy the videos. And I'm a bit of a people pleaser too, so yeah. And the only thing I don't really do is metal. I don't do a lot of rap, but no, I did that Black Eyed Peas song recently, and I did a bit of rap in that. But yeah, because I don't really have other song ideas. I mean, what I could do is look at this book, and the cover of this book is kind of interesting and kind of sort of makes me think of that comment, but only kind of sort of. I mean, this is hit songs from the 1960s, TV, 1970s, movie songs and themes. My eyes can't follow that size font at the moment. All we need is love, if you like that one. Again, you can suggest one too. Are the Beatles. I'll keep us together. Oh no, I am. You're so vain. You've got a friend. I think I might know Come On, Get Happy. Theme from Star Trek, yeah, right. Born to Be Wild. Do you know where you're going to? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you? That one's got an interesting theme to it, and I haven't heard it in ages. There's a part of me, if I can re-find it here, that wants to give it a try. Although I thought the title was on the other side of the page. So we have a second viewer just tune in. That version has a heck of a lot of flats, though, and I don't usually sing a cappella, but do you get what you're hoping for when you look behind you? There's an open door. Just hope it doesn't slam in your face. What are you hoping for? Do you know? Once I I don't know the next part though. Once we were standing still in time, chasing fantasies that filled our minds. I don't know that part though. Any song request? If it's not in the book, I'll go to the internet. I just did 3. This one makes me think of another one that I covered not that long ago in honor of a friend who actually had some of the lyrics in her obituary. But this is the Rod Stewart song. Well, I don't know, lots of people have done it, but Forever Young. Moon River. That was a nice one. It's a gentle song, but that doesn't mean it's not nice, right? And don't be shy in the comments, even though you may not know what to think of the one that's showing there now, which I did address if either of you were the ones that put it. So about 10 minutes ago. It's only been rolling for 22 minutes, huh? Probably won't make this super long, so let's make it worth it, right? I'm glad I've captivated your attention for as long as you two have been here. And yeah, like I said, don't be shy to put a song request, any kind of comment. Well, not any kind of comment, but comment on any of this. Topic request for this time or next time as well. River, wilder than a mile, I'll drive to you in style someday. You You old dream maker, you wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're all after the same rainbows and raindrops and I have a very friend, Moon River. A bit deeper than I thought, vocally, than I may have done it in the past. Thanks for the like from one of the two of you. What about the other one? And yeah, specific comments, it's always nice. And I should also let the two people know that are watching, if you happen to be a bit shy to put comments or, whatever, this is YouTube kind of thing, the live stream comments, unless I said it otherwise, which I didn't this time, the live stream comments do not show afterwards. It's a little silly, but in that way, it's kind of nice, right? Once it processes and fully posts, they don't show. That's something you have to select. So again, I'd love to do a song request for you. Make your day by doing a song request. I mean, the two people that are here missed the first 3 songs that I did. So I did get one idea though. And it is and isn't true, it feels like. Can you still hear me okay? Not to beg for a comment that way, but my audio jack is being a bit wonky, and one of you did leave. I do have an idea, though. And I think I like it. And I think I did it at karaoke back in the day. What's it called again? I keep thinking it, and then it keeps kind of fading a bit. Oh, right. Who's it by? Doesn't seem to be saying. Says it's on an album called The Hot Shots, but who was it by? Trooper? Okay, say so if you. I've never played this song, but I'm going to give it a try. I've got someone who passed away whose mother is 105 and still alive, and then I have someone who passed away recently who's only 32 and passed away. Alive in a different way, but a very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you because I believe what it said to be true. Sorry. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. And the sun is shining in this rainy city. And the sun is shining. Oh, isn't it a pity? Every year has its share of tears, and every now and then you gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. Harmonica solo. Harmonica, just center harmonica player this morning. And guitar player. And the sun is shining in this rainy city. And the sun is shining. Oh, isn't it a pity? Every year has a share of tears. Every now and then it's gotta rain. Don't know C sharp. We're here for a good time. Not a long time. We're here for a good time. Not a long time. And it's very, very repetitive, to be quite honest. But it's the truth. Who did you say this was by? Trooper. I don't know if I know many of the other songs, but I am thinking now of Super Trooper, life is gonna find you something, 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 like you always do. Hello, Kelvin Georwick? Georwick? Catch your streams whenever I can. We have 2 people watching. Cool. I found the channel through Glenn's paid content a long time ago. Oh, so you've watched often but been shy most of the time. I see. Well, I'm glad to hear from you. Lots of talent in the room. Yeah, unfortunately, he works a lot, so I keep the channel active when he's unable to, and then other routine things and health things, but no, it's okay. But so where are you from, Calvin? Is that who is still indicating as the one? Well, now it says 2 at the corner. Where's everybody from? And you 2 people really make a difference and can make my day with your likes and your comments. And I hope to do the same with for you with my words and my music. And the fact that 2 people are here makes me think that the audio jack's back in just fine. But in the room makes me think of some song lyric, but I can't think of what the song is. So maybe I'm whistling Dixie. Just kidding. But yeah, if you have a song request, I have a little bit more in me. I'm just going to sit back here for a few moments because this seat that I'm in right now does not have a back, and it's a bit hard on the legs. So while I'm waiting for the next comment, which I'm a local yokel. Have you met Glenn in person? You say you're locals if you know where we're from, but I haven't said. But if so, we should jam sometime, especially if you're musical. And even if you're not, you can sing and play a bongo. It said 3 for a moment there. Oh, okay. How do you know where we're at? Out of curiosity. But yeah, okay, I remember your name. Guy Gyoe. Rick. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I don't do music with Glenn as much anymore, but we did do some, maybe even the same day as that funeral. We did do some on Saturday, I believe, or maybe Sunday with each other. So, yeah, what's a song request you got? I just need to stretch for a moment, but, I hate to go while you're here enjoying it, so. And there's 2 of you here, so. And like I say, honestly and truly, it really makes my day. I've been kind of isolated and going through depression and that lately. And so to have have people here. We don't have a lot of family and mostly acquaintances. So I'm just going to plug something in while I'm thinking about it here. But yeah, if you have, oh, that's not bad. I see. Well, anybody can tap on a drum, like a hand drum or a tambourine. I don't know why I think of Mr. Tambourine Man when I think of Lex, but I don't know if I really want to cover it. However, it might be in this book, ironically. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, sing your song for me. Something, something. But and as far as singing, I do believe everybody has the song. Everybody has songs they can sing. They either just have to adapt it. It's amazing how many different adaptations of a song there can be, and yet it can still sound like the song. And then also, just certain songs are more suited for certain people. You just got to find them. That's the thing. And you're never too old to learn either. I don't know how old you are, Calvin. Oh, no wonder it didn't find you. For some reason, I typed your name as Rick. I'm just looking on the socials out of curiosity, if you don't mind. Of course, I find Gariosh's and Garrick's. Are you on Facebook? Sorry, I'm sorry. There's only one other person here. Hopefully, they're not as curious as me. Because I seem to be spelling things right. What was that phrase you used? A local yokel? I've never heard of that. Does kind of make me think of another song, which makes me think of someone who passed away, because that's how I roll. I'm just kidding. How? Especially during the pandemic. By the way, I hate to, we don't talk about them hugely here, but, well, you must use email, but here, like I said earlier, and maybe wait till there's only one person here or whatever. As I said earlier, the live comments do not, unless set to, and I forgot to, I often miss that setting, do not display after the video gets posted. So maybe we can keep in touch via email because, I mean, you go by your name on here, but if you don't have the book of faces, then you don't. Because, yeah, I'd like to, maybe meet for coffee and, I could come in here and let's just play music in person anytime. But yeah, during the pandemic, how did you manage to do that? Do it then. I honestly think this one guy, although I was very kind of surprised about something, it's interesting because he knows Lex too. Maybe you know Lex. Let's just say she spells it Lexiss. Okay, now you're the only one here, I think. And Scott McPherson's kind of a common name, but I was thinking of a song while I was talking there, but now I've forgotten what it was. I know I said it makes me think, oh, Lynn Crowder, right, who was a grief counselor I had when my dad passed away when I was young. And she passed away, and actually I was just thinking about her the other day. I don't think about her often. There was a few days before that I thought of her, and there was a series of kind of coincidences, but she passed away Thanksgiving morning at home a couple of years ago. And makes me think of a music video that never got me, but anyway. But making one now, I guess. I don't know this song super well. To be self-sufficient. In what ways do you mean? I'm trying to be, but the universe has other ideas sometimes. I don't know this one very well, and it's, I guess, a country bumpkin song. I don't actually think it's about Muskoka, although there is that one from the Vancouver Islands to the prairies of the lake. But Muskogee sounds enough like Muskoka. Ironically, I met a haggard nearby. But yeah, what do you mean by, and we have a second viewer, welcome. Don't be shy to put a comment, songs you'd like to hear, topics you'd like me to talk about. Now it's down to one again. And it's down and back to 1. 2 can make a dream come true. 3, it's plain to see that there's only one me. And sorry. The lyrics of this song are a bit more drug related than I realized. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that song. Merle Haggard, do I know any of his other songs? Probably not. Like, I've heard of him. Actually, I don't think it's an individual. I think it's a band. But Back to Earth, eh? Yeah, I do know of that one. But yeah, I'm curious what you mean by I'm fortunate enough to be self-sufficient, old enough just to be bemused by it. And is bemused the same as amused? And second viewer, let's hear something from you. And yeah, if you have a song request, Calvin or second viewer, punch on lefty, I think of Vince. Okay, so I just saw a title that made me think of James Blunt, if that interests either of you. Just be blunt about it. Whether your name is James or not. So I'm just browsing songs and waiting for the comments, next comments. So sorry for the silence. I do it sometimes. Angel in the centerfold. Sorry. Who does that song out of pure curiosity? And one of you left. So what are you up to otherwise today, Calvin? And do you come into the city very often? Really giving things away, but whatever. Which normally I wouldn't do on here, but you're the only one here at the moment. And I didn't necessarily make it obvious beforehand that that you were correct. Garden barter from kind of a vegetarian here. Semi-vegetarian. Yeah, looking forward to gardening season, that's for sure. I know we have long winters, but it just feels like it's been extra long. I've been thinking about it. We just got eggs today actually for like baking stuff, but they honestly kind of gross me out. We have a third viewer. Welcome. The two of you don't be shy. Comment, topic ideas, song requests. Yeah, indoor gardening, yeah. Yeah, definitely hibernate a bit more in the winter. Out of curiosity, I know I'm asking lots of curious questions. That's just the way I am. How old are you, Calvin? Did you go to Calvin High? Sorry, as we get a second high school, second viewer. Well, I think it's a 3 for a moment there, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, but they have some songs that I find unkosher. The Jade Giles Band. Is that really who does our cold memories have just been sold? Da, 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 da. Angels in the centerfold. It's kind of a funny theme or words or whatever, but it's that if I'm finding this right, it's saying it's by the Jay Giles Band, which wouldn't have been my guess. I've never heard of them. Oh, oh, really? I mean, it certainly seems to be. I wonder why that is. I wonder about how too. So you've seen a few of our videos, you said, but you've always been shy. Yeah, now it says 3 again. Or you tell it. You bring me one. I'm 43. I'm 38. So we're close in age. You're between mine and Glenn's age. Initially, this actually probably would have been a shorter one, but that's fine. So the two that we got here, song requests, topic requests. I know I sound like I'm just repeating myself, but it might be different people. And I really want them. So the different people and the requests. And if you've enjoyed this concert, I don't exactly know how YouTube monetization works, but I do know that I have it on concert slash bantering, whatever you want to call it. You know, one income household. At times that's been looking uncertain, but thankfully has still been fine. It says 3 again. I think it changed for a moment. And it's been a struggle. You know, we don't drive. We don't really like bars. So it takes away a lot of gig opportunities. I was actually thinking about a house concert, but I don't know if I'd want it to be in ours. Mostly to tribute a friend, but if it's something continuous, I'd like to host an open mic, but I couldn't do it at the place that's free, which I'd like to go to, Gordy's. However, I'd like to do it at, but I could do it once maybe there. Otherwise, there's a place that's closer by, but they're a bit harder to connect with. They're only open in the evenings because they're also a community center, so they're often kind of more open for kids and teens and their families, their parents, I guess. And I don't know, they're just hard to book. But they have a space, and I've often thought, especially if it was specific for, but that's the thing, it's daddy, but specific for Kelvin. Sorry, another question, and you're still catching up, perhaps. But if this is you that's still here, do you do karaoke in the city? Yeah, karaoke in the city very often. Oh, thanks. Well, I appreciate you saying it now because I had been feeling quite unheard. So, uh, although I do know that there's sometimes been people that have indicated that at the top it says that somebody's, people are watching, like at the moment it says two. And sometimes they watch for a little while, but what really brings it home, what really, really makes me know, I mean, and that's great, if they're enjoying it enough to stay. But what really, really is nice, it's hard to put into words, perhaps, uh, is uh, is the comments. Like I say, they won't show while they come in while live after the fact. So, from either of the two of you, I'll take one more song request, and then I think I'm gonna go downstairs, eat something, and relax for a bit. If you're curious, earlier in this, I did "Live Like You Were Dying." I did "One Tin Soldier." Well, two of them were in the title. I think I've only done one or two that weren't, and they wouldn't have fit either. I'm looking at Reba now. This is supposed to be a Hootie playlist, but second time I've seen about that movie. I think if I knew if I better music. No. I believe Alison Krauss is from our city. I'm not sure though. So I'm just going to wait to see if either of you are typing a song request or even maybe a topic request, and I could spend next 5 or 10 minutes doing that, and that should round it out close to about an hour. Just going to stretch again because this seat really does get to, also having such a stagnant lifestyle, I'm trying to change that, make improvements. It's not been easy, and I just feel like I'm wasting away, but at least today, as I'm doing this video, I'm seeing the appreciation from the both of you. And the second person who's there, I'm not sure if it's someone who was here earlier or not, but and at least I feel like I'm brightening someone's day as you are mine, because things have been really hard lately. So that's a song. Although it's interesting because I was just kind of thinking in my mind as I was talking there about a place where I know of a Ralph, and same place I know for some of Pender's relatives, and I've only met two. It's kind of one of those names, but like I said, the only thing I mean, that's not to say I know every song. And actually, I'm not big about jazz or blues all that much, to be quite honest. But so I don't play it. I do hard rock, but I'm not really into metal. And I don't hate hip hop. I've got a very open mind as far as that goes. So mostly it's folk, rock, pop, country, a couple things in between. Okay. Now, I feel that there's a song from that I might know. It's not that one. And of course, that's a war movie, I believe. But yeah, I don't know it, unfortunately. But what are some of the other songs from that, or other songs that you want to request? Because I feel like can even look it up maybe. But you know what? It's a bit of a trigger to my famous and posh brother in France. He was in a band famous in Australia for a while, but I wonder how we can stay in. So what town are you in, out of curiosity, Calvin? Sorry, I'm asking a bunch of questions and giving a lot to keep up with, but I'll slow down. I have heard it, but I'm not sure how well I know it or heard of it. And as someone who's dealing with depression, it's not constant, but it's pretty often. Uh, yeah, President. But it does make me think of another song that I have. Okay, can only wink with one eye, actually. That I have open in a book downstairs. But once I go downstairs in a few moments, but even though I say I'm not into jazz, Glenn got a bunch of music books the other day and didn't even say anything about the cover for me. But I'm sorry to not do your two requests because I don't know them. Oh, Sam Carr, which is ironic because that makes me think of somebody from that church too. But under the same kind of style, theme, whatever, of that one song is this one. And like I said, I was seeing it just the other day, and then there's nobody, or this morning actually, nobody knows trouble. I saw a guy having this real. The kids say that, and that was in my show. But let's see if you know this one. If it will open. Here we go. So I'll be looking at this screen, and hopefully I won't be worried much longer. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. A worried man, but a worried song. Got myself a Cadillac, $30 down. Got myself a brand new house, 5 miles out of town. With up to the country. Got myself a girl named Sue, a boy named Sue, just kidding. Keeps me really fine. Oh, second viewer. She's my baby. All the time. Probably know some people that have passed away. Mutuals. George Feenstra, Roger Young. And then it's just actually that part repeated without the chords. But it's not much to that song. Actually, it's the whole thing repeated. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, my repertoire is pretty big. Okay, second viewer, what you got? What you got? You know I want it. What you need? You know you got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you come home. Yeah, baby. Sorry. And that was by the Kingston Trio, that other one. And that does make me think of an ironic, again, going back to that church and going back to this other place at the trigger of my mind. There was a song, but it mentions a certain word, and I don't know if I should do it, but you're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it could never work. Anyway. So did you say that you're retired, Calvin? At 43? That'd be young to retire, but I'm an old soul. Old man. Sorry, again. Look at my life. That reminds me of Gordy's for reasons. Have you ever been? Or Sam's Place, which is unfortunately in a different location now and not even a music venue anymore. But yeah. Her connections. Okay. Mm-hmm. Isn't it remarkable when things work out after all? Just another ordinary miracle today. Birds in the snow and winter have birds in winter have their fling, but always make it home by spring. I think I play that. Just another ordinary miracle today. Like a lift, like a gift, they say. Don't tell me I'm better without the guitar. I know it may sound a little bit tinny on the video, but wrapped up for you every day. Because we are all part of the ordinary miracle. Do you want to see a miracle today? I could do "Believe in Miracles" from Prince of Egypt. It's been a trigger, but I find that the instrument helps make it sound a bit more full and also kind of keeps the key. But yeah. Oh, well, thank you for your farming work, by the way. I guess I didn't pick up on that with your earlier comment. Yeah. If you break down, you always have what you can talk to. That is really interesting. I can't believe I've clicked into it, to be honest, but downstairs I have rating from me of Oprah covering the topic of polygamy, which I don't entirely agree with. Polyamory is a bit different, but YouTube showed it to me. I found myself clicking it. I probably won't watch all of it, but well, of course, Mennonites have a lot of kids. So remember, my grandmother was in the hospital, but no offense to them or anything, but yeah, I could handle having an assistant, a secretary, and a assistant, and yeah. So, well, that's Kevin. I think you should just join Facebook so we can connect there too. It's better and different in other ways, right? More man. Yeah, man. Sorry. We have 4 viewers suddenly. It's becoming like a no, just kidding. You know what? Just kidding. But I think that's a topic we should probably stay away from the most part. But other topic song requests, don't have a lot more energy, but we've got 3 people here, and one of them's engaging, and hopefully the other 2 decide to as well. So why not? Sometimes these are relatively quiet, so I'm just happy you all are here. I could I don't know about writing them down, but I could write a few topics and have you pick one if you'd like for the topic. Well, I mean, I know I was just briefly talking about maybe a couple things that are controversial, and this is getting a bit long, but people tune in, and I'm not doing much else. You're welcome. Well, I was going to say to post it, but that would also require you to join Facebook first. Get with the times. It's 2025. Inch by inch and row by row, help to make the garden grow. That's John Denver, I believe. In fact, are you related to Rick? I know that's part of your name, but that's a musician and an actor? Because when I typed it earlier, I almost typed that, and now that's starting to sound familiar. Oh. I know that one. And in my 20s, and mostly my 20s. Oh, I was waiting for a call. Oh, that's right. I don't know where the phone is. They can leave a message. And of course, I don't have a cell phone on a network, so I can't call it. And the base rings too, so it's hard to tell. It could be about, I don't know what it's about. Could be a long lost relative. No, literally, I put a call out. Let me just see if I can hear the voicemail. But that one is just so redundant. I don't know if I like it as much anymore. Just a reminder of a dental office. Curious about this extra $1,000 dental appointment that Glenn has. Getting teeth removed, so even less of his masking. But he has to miss more work, and on a Monday. It also makes me think of when I went to overnight camp as a kid. My dad came for a little while, and Sam's place. I think it's Sam's place, I could say. But they had some sing-alongs and that, and we got a little cabin, and we did other fun stuff. But unfortunately, it only lasted as long as it did tree climbing as well. So, everyone, nice talking to you. I will keep an eye out for your next one. Yeah, I do them every few days. I feel like because I've been kind of stuck in a rut, and as much as when they go well, I like to do them. It's like, I don't have a degree, I don't drive, but I have a lot of drive, and it's amazing I'm still here, to be honest. But I want to do photography, I want to do music, I want to do coaching. There's a lot of competition, and it's just, I don't know, I don't have the best luck sometimes. But so if you know anybody, then yeah, and we do healing stuff, healing practices and stuff too. So I don't know, yes and no. I mean, the internet can keep you just online on the screen, but then it can help you become more connected. And I don't know, it's a real process. But it's been a lot of my 30s, to be honest, as we get a second viewer. I'm just going to sit in the more comfortable chair, and I'm happy that was. I really got to find that phone. I'm going to have to look on the couch a bit closer. Yeah. Out of pure curiosity, before you leave, Kelvin, oh, I don't want to say her name on here. I really wish there was another way that we could communicate that was a bit more private. But while I'm thinking about something, I'm just going to pop over to my emails briefly. I'm going to need more coffee. As much as I don't mind being a zombie and don't hugely need the energy right now, I also don't really like to feel so bad, But we have a third viewer. One of the second viewers has been here for a while, and I don't know if you meant to press like, and now it went down to one. One and done. But if you're working on a comment, because I don't know, in the time that this takes to process, as I said, with the live comments not displaying afterwards, this would be a good time to put your email address, perhaps. It may or may not come through if I don't keep rolling, since you're leaving it, since you're here now, writing it. But I can see it while I'm still rolling, is what I'm trying to say. And I can make note of it, and then on your end, you can even delete it right away if you'd rather. Which means I need to find a writing utensil. Well, not right away, once I've written it. I guess this would work. We do have a second viewer just came in, but they won't know. They won't know what we're up to. Song request, topic request. I might take them for next time, though, because I'm soon to wrap up. I might sing a little snippet preview if you make one, but to the second viewer. But yeah. Oh, can't believe it's only 11 o'clock. It's going to be another long day. It's really, I need some changes. And it's not for lack of trying, whether it's for employment or volunteering. it's just been hard to get anything to take off, you know. Right now, I'm trying to get opportunities, volunteering, maybe employment for something that a young friend of mine passed away from when I went. That, like I say, if you ever did, well, do farmers do karaoke? Sorry. Um, Basically, and I found out that there's no classes or group at the closest location, so it's a bit harder to get to anything else. I also found out that unless you're diagnosed with that illness, which I may or may not have it, and I don't know how to get diagnosed if it's a specialist or what, and kind of just want to glide through life, right now, it's like I'm kind of ambivalent, but it's like you can't take them. There are some offered out of the WRHA, but that's probably going to be downtown. I purposely avoid going downtown, and I also just don't really do it very often these days. And as far as volunteering, with more remote, it was essentially an out of office reply I got. I think they said they were going to get back to me the next day. It's now been 2 or 3 as we get a third viewer. 3. And suppose I could reach out again. I didn't say a lot. I think I made some sort of comment about this friend that passed away, which I connect to this agency because of the health condition that she had a co-worker with the same first name as this person. Other than that, I really was just saying what I was trying to accomplish, what I was how I was looking to get involved. I haven't kind of learned in my life. Some people don't like the question, "Are you related to so and so?" Just if I see a familiar name, I'm kind of curious whether I know the person or not. But most people hold some sort of value to me, some sort of. Okay, I don't know where that pick just went. It seems as if it fell into the guitar, but I don't hear it moving around. So, but yeah, so basically, as it says 3 viewers, I think it was down to 1 for a moment there. So Kelvin, what are you up to today, next? And how about the other 2, who seem a bit more quiet, or at least if they're the ones that were here before. But I guess I won't know until I try again. Part of me says be patient, but it's just I feel like I'm waiting for so many things, and I don't have I try, and I think it is good to have it sometimes, but I don't have a lot of patience these days. And basically, yeah, I could now. There's only one of. Now you're the only one here. So again, if you want to put your email address, I'll write it down. You can delete it out of the comments. Yeah, especially considering the things we have in common. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could call and say, I thought I was going to hear from you a couple of days ago. I kind of want to just kind of get these ideas in place. I mean, I have a play that I'm going to work on, and I do music and I talk about it and this and that to honor my friend that passed away. But I mean, my grandmother had the same thing. She didn't pass away from it, but I don't know. It's just I think I have the ability to do more. So I'd like to, but like I say, this is an example of the universe doesn't always let you, right? But I might call and again and just follow up. And yes, I am an empath. An ultimately fatal fluke of consciousness. Interesting way of putting it. I don't know if you enjoy literature as much as music. I used to read a lot more as a kid. I read a lot online. I write a little. Kind of have one project on the back burner. This friend that passed away, and I mean, she was special to me. I seen her a couple times a week. We hung out sometimes outside of, the thing that her hosting. We chatted online. Yeah, we hadn't seen each other a lot in the past couple of years until her passing. And I still remember the last time at the Fringe Festival, which is in a lot of different places, where she called out to me. It was I don't know how noisy it was at the time. It can be noisy there. And she hollered out to me. We hadn't really been in touch. I may have even deleted her on Facebook at one point because, I have a pet peeve or whatever, as we have a third viewer turn in. And she says, "Hey, how's it going?" And she says, "Yeah, I've had some health problems. I was just got out of the hospital recently or whatever." I said, "Oh, sorry to hear that." She said, "I'm doing all right now." And she asked how I was doing. And again, I was down at the festival. I don't know if I had a shift or not as a volunteer, but basically, she had to work or whatever, so she had to leave. And she got through her health. Well, I mean, she had the disorder, the condition. But when she passed away most recently, she was in a 2-day-long coma. So not a super long one. It's amazing that they can ever be longer. I mean, but your vitals continue, right? And sometimes you come out and you're never usually the same. And that's the thing. So it wasn't long. And I don't know if you'd kind of be more the same if it was just a couple of days. But I know I mattered to her enough for her to call out to me. And I wish I would have given her a hug. And it's a double-edged sword, whether you then, decide to kind of rekindle or whatever. And I know I'm forgiven. But leave you with a quote that has stuck with me. Stick with it, sir. One night in long bygone times, man awoke and saw himself. He saw that he was naked in the cosmos, homeless in his own body. Interesting phrase. I don't think that actually means homeless. Hopefully we won't be. Again, if you appreciate this and you're able to donate, so appreciate it. We can do e-transfers. I don't know how it works via YouTube as we get a third viewer. And is that biblical, what you said? All things dissolved before his testing thought. Wonder above, wonder horror. Above horror. Unfolded in his mind. Then woman too awoke and said it was time to go and slay. He fetched his bow and arrow and fruit of the merit, a spirit in hand. It sounds biblical or maybe folklore, which I know some people may say are completely opposite things, but as the beast arrived at the wells where he expected them of habit, he felt no more the tigers bound in his blood, but a great psalm. Yeah, now you're mentioning songs about the brotherhood of suffering between everything alive. No. Did you see me sing He Lives in You once before? Because ironically, I actually sang that. She worked in a musical field. Let's just say that. And I actually sang that one time around when she was around. That day he did not return with prey, and when they found him, they knew he was saying, "Wow, that's a sad story." What are you trying to get? What are you trying to get across with that? Oh. But be watching, because yes, I might put it into Fringe Festival, if not this year, next year. And it was so weird. I saw 2 movies right afterwards, which, as we get a fourth viewer, which like really reflect. But again, you're still the only one saying anything. Really reflected things. The character. I don't want to say a lot of details, but she looked a lot like her, especially with the certain hair color. It was a funeral, and it was right around when I was going to this funeral. I think it was just after, but I can't remember for sure. It's been a few days. I thought about writing a sequel actually. And she met this individual who they kind of became close friends. I almost thought they were going to date. I like this individual. And which maybe I could write that in. Probably because there was that other guy, but it didn't really. I felt the other two had more chemistry. And I'm not trying to give it away or whatever. It is free on YouTube, actually. And then there was another one that I should mention maybe as well. And she was playing, and hospitals, blah, blah, blah. Just that. But I don't know. And whether I knew them or not, it would be hard. But anyway, she was playing for her mother who was in a coma, and she said and my mother actually drove me to the funeral, but we've had a bit of a falling out. We talked by email, but anyway, she was playing music for her mother. Said it was the most they'd ever gotten along. It was just health, death, friendship, and those themes, and they just really seem to be screaming at me lately. It feels like. Now you're the only one here, and again, I don't want to be pressuring you, but I really would like to keep in touch, and I'd really like the ability to be able to talk one-on-one privately as well a little bit. And if you don't use Facebook, email is the only. So I'm prepared to write it down and then have you delete it as soon as I say got it. Ugh. Actually, speaking of hugs a bit earlier, though, and mothers with falling out, this and that, and I would like to see my mother more. Realize it hasn't grown up with the same struggles and traumas with her as we get a second viewer, but would like to see her more. She actually seems to be doing pretty well. My step, on the other hand, but they live far, and there's some trauma there and this and that. But basically, she's been fairly decent lately. But it would only make death harder. But anyway, in the car, I think they said they wanted to give my mother a hug, and then in person, she came back in to see her dog, and thought he would be bigger, but he's kind of a small to medium sized breed, and basically he brought it up again. Next thing you know, we're both doing it. Now, for a moment there, it said 0, and then it said 1 again. So I don't know if that's Kelvin back or somebody else. If it is, again, I want to make sure that I see anything else that you're writing before you leave, because, like I say, if it's in the point of processing it in the way that the settings are with it not showing afterwards, once it processed, if it came in as a live comment, it might not show to me. So I'm just going to take it easy now for a few moments, sit in silence, except for that, and see if there's anything else coming through as we have a third viewer. Just jumped by 2. So you've been the only one that's been commenting, except for that one initially who didn't stick around unless they're back. But what do y'all think about that? I don't know if any of the other viewers also post videos or whatever, and what's the theory behind it or whatever, as far as if the chat is active, it makes the video more active. People can only keep up with so much at a time. And it should be the opposite sometimes too, because so I just saw something kind of flickering. I think it's hanging. Yeah, it's hanging off that wire. I thought it was a dog running down the lane loose. Anywho, the smaller, less heard people are important too, mostly, right? So anyway, I do want to go downstairs very soon. So I'm just waiting to see if there's any other comments coming in for a few minutes here. That's ironic, though, that one of the songs that I did was I had a cousin who did music, and she only, to my memory, I only remember her playing 2 or 3 songs, and basically, and so one of them I did, and then in this random playlist, there's a song by an artist I've never heard of called Steve Holy, I believe. It was 1 L. And the cousin's name was Holly, and her brother's name was Steve. And it's still kind of morning, late morning, 11 o'clock. Have you ever seen that video online? It says artists of then, now, and forever, forever country, CMA channel, and they cover a song, and I think it is Country Roads actually, but I'm not sure. There goes my life. Oh, there's not a lot in this playlist because I kind of want to keep the tab, but I kind of want to go back later. I'll Be by Edwin McCain. Seven Bridges Road. Nothing Compares to You. I associate that with somebody who was actually at the funeral. Is Humble and Kind. A couple of those I might do next time. Well, Calvin, again, if you are still here, I really thank you for the chats and the comments and appreciation and stuff. I'm a little bit disappointed to not see a way to, other than next time on the video, I guess, not see a way to keep contact. And now I'm kind of curious if you might have videos on your. I don't know that many Calvins. I don't think I went to school with one, Calvin Mickle. But if you have videos on your channel, but that's the only thing that I feel would make this this more complete is for the other two viewers to say something and to form contact outside of this. So, but there's something else. A couple other things I want to go do now, and I guess a few things. A couple of videos I want to watch. I want to shave. I want to eat. So I want to end. I do not a lot of, but I'm kind of, whether I want to say I'm into numerology or not, or I just have that thinking style. So I kind of, like right now, we're in the 119 area. And if you see that in reverse, it's 911. And I think of, tragedy as we get 4 viewers, which is the opposite of tragedy, especially if they leave nice comments. And then 9-2 is kind of the same way because it's essentially 1 and 1 equals 2. Sometimes I kind of try and challenge my thinking. And I said, but does it really work that? I don't know. Sometimes I don't. Now it says it's a second viewer. Yeah, and if you're still there, Calvin, I know you said something about having to leave, but maybe it's kind of loosely. But if you're still there, I'm really not sure if and again, it won't show afterwards, not sure if I follow the point that you were trying to make with the little story you told there. Almost sounds a little bit like an Aesop's fable. I'm trying to figure out, I don't think there's tigers in the Bible. But we're also low on that, and we didn't get it in order, but we want to go Dollarama on the weekend. So actually, I think it's Monday's supposed to be really nice. Today is so windy. But Tuesday, because it's actually no, yeah, Tuesday is the cheap day at one of the grocery stores, or cheaper day, because it's the first Tuesday of the month, because February is short. So I actually thought of looking at what the weather's going to be like Tuesday, but you know what? From now till then, it could change. A woman I was seeing dark skies and snow, but that's at night on Monday. Not sunny, but not terrible. But we go to +8 our metric, and then back into the low minus, like in -4. But yeah, mostly sunny days. Sunny day, ah, sunny, sunny, sunny day. Ain't nothing better in the world, I know. Something, something in the radio. Anyway, there you go, a little music. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up now because there's a couple other people, a couple of friends I might want to do, and it's gotten long, but you can watch it in sections, I guess. And I guess they can always let me know here, but if they want to let me know there, then yeah. But we have maintained two people here, and I don't see a green dot, but I don't think I have, but part of me thinks Calvin might be one of them. I mean, two people are still here watching curiously, interestedly, engaged, but and I appreciate it and everything. However, like I say, the comments, as I feel, even though, of course, I obviously have no problem rambling and thinking of songs or this and that. Honestly, the comments is what keeps it rolling. I honestly thought this one would be, and there's been a couple recently. There actually has been. This one was going to be about 20 or 30 minutes, but here we are an hour and a half later, almost. But okay, I'm going to wrap up because the two that are watching, as great as it is that you're here, I don't know what's going through your head. Hopefully, it's positive stuff because that's the vibe I'm trying to give to the world and to the videos, and I think we should all be doing that. But yeah, that's kind of, I think, all that I'm going to do. So, thank you. Have a good day. And I'm going to let get to yeah. Not as many comments as I thought there was. Well, that's pretty good still.